Hi guys, welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today we're going to give my car a much needed deep clean. Let's get started. What I like to do to start is just clear everything like trash and cords and papers out of my car before I get started. But real quick, let me show you how my car got into this messy state.
Cow manure, compost, and straw bales, and my impatient self should have just waited for my dad's truck because look at my car. Looks like a car deep clean video is in my near future. It's gonna be fun. Why do I do this to myself?
So a few Facebook friends and family joke that I should leaf blow out all of the straw before vacuuming to make it easier, and we're gonna try it. Well, that actually worked fairly well. Now we'll just vacuum up the rest.
After I got all of the things out of my car, I decided to go ahead and remove all of my rubberized floor mats and give them a spray with some cleaner. I had some sticky things and some mud and things like that on them, so I sprayed them and let them sit. While those were soaking, I went ahead and got started cleaning all of the windows. So I just took some glass cleaner and cleaned the windshield, the mirror, my screen, anything like that. The back windows had a lot of dog slobber on them, so I was so glad to finally get these cleaned because Bruno slobbered all over them and they were pretty gross looking. After that, I just took some multi-surface cleaner and started spraying all of the nooks and crannies that are covered when the back hatch is open. It was just kind of dirty and greasy and grimy. So I got that all nice and clean, and then I went in to my front seat again with some car interior wipes and started wiping down all of the like plasticky, leathery surfaces, including my steering wheel, my console, the dash, things like that. I've used like a multi-surface cleaner before and it kind of left a sticky residue, so I really recommend using wipes that are made for this purpose. They just seem to do a bit of a better job. I also wiped down all of the doors and handles. I got to work on the grossest part of my car, which was my center console area with my gear shift and my cup holders. So I started by using just one of the interior wipes to just kind of get the top layer of grime off. I don't know how this gets so gross, but you can see there's just crumbs and things in all the little cracks, and so I ended up taking a Q-tip to kind of really get in those tight spaces with the cloth. And here you can see I just used a Q-tip around my gear shift itself, and it was so gross, guys. Then I went into the cup holders and got most of the gunk out, and then most cars actually have removable cup holders, so I took the bottom out, cleaned underneath it, cleaned the rest of the liner, and then put it back in. Wiped down my center console itself and continued working on the back interior doors with those interior wipes. I even cleaned the back of the center console and the cup holder that pops out because it was pretty gross. And then I got to work on cleaning more of the kind of interior crevices that don't really get washed or cleaned and just kind of build up dirt. So the floorboards and the inside of the door panels and things like that, I just started wiping down and they looked so much better. Then the biggest job was vacuuming. This right here had a lot of gravel and stuff. This is the driver's side, and somehow my camera didn't film the passenger side, but it looked pretty much the same. And then the back had all of that straw. So it took me a while, but I got most of the straw pieces vacuumed up, and then you'll see here in a minute I use a different vacuum to try to get some of the more smaller pieces that were kind of stuck in the carpet-like fabric or upholstery of the back. But this was really hard to get out. So next time I go get straw, I'm definitely either taking a truck or using a tarp. this point, I went ahead and sprayed some scrubbing bubbles on my floor mats again, just to give it another kind of coating of cleaner, and then I took my hose and sprayed them all off. It did a pretty good job. Without scrubbing, it got most of the grime off. If I had scrubbed it with a brush, they would look a little better, but they're fine. So then I went and set them in the sun to dry, and then I continued vacuuming the straw out of every crack and crevice of this car. Guys, it was never ending. Every time I thought I had done it, I turned, a different way and saw another angle and found more straw hiding in places. So the vacuuming probably took me about an hour. I really learned my lesson here. Don't put straw in your car. It's a terrible idea. So once I got everything pretty much vacuumed out, I went ahead and put the floor mats back in. As you can see, I didn't get every single particulate of that straw, but it was good enough, and so I just decided to put the floor mats back on and just call it good for now. I think over time they'll kind of loosen, and when I vacuum again, I will get them up. So once the floor mats were all back in the main part of the car, I started using that special, it's like a pet hair vacuum, and it has this silicone kind of cover on the front that really grabs, like it's supposed to grab dog hair and cat hair, but it was grabbing the smaller pieces of straw out of that carpet-like upholstery, and it actually did a pretty good job getting a lot more of it off. And so I worked on the back of the seats. I didn't worry too much about the floor, but the seats just looked really, really bad. So I just did the back of the seats with this, and just, if I'm gonna go for it, I might as well do it right. Next up was my third row of seats. I don't ever really use this except for my dog, but somehow straw got underneath it, so I had to bring the vacuum back, get all the straw out, and then I went ahead and decided to use this OxiClean upholstery spray with, it has a scrubbing kind of brush top on it, because this is where my dog rides in my car, and it just had dog slobber, and it looked kind of just nasty, so I went ahead and sprayed it. It smells really good, and it cleans things really well. And I decided, since I already had it out, I might as well do every single seat. So I continued spraying and scrubbing just to make sure I had a nice, clean seat anywhere we wanted to sit. I realized I had forgotten to do the plastic part of the floorboard, so I went back and did that and just kind of cleaned out any extra straw that had popped up, because it did. Put the front floor mats back in, the back floor mat in, and then I took it to the car wash. Well guys, it took a little longer than expected, but we got it done. It looks so much better, it feels so much better, and I'm really excited to have this off of my to-do list. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more things like this, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Thanks guys, bye.